What up, boys?
What's
Oh,
up?
it's
That was
over.
great.
Dance like nobody's watching, Louis.
Yeah, buddy.
Welcome back to Thursday's Gong Show. How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Good. Good.
Good. Phil, you came in hot.
Yeah.
From work, all sweaty and gross.
Well, I'm still sweaty. I'm just hiding it.
I'm sure you smell awesome.
No, I smell pretty good. I switched up my deodorant a couple weeks ago. I went from Old Spice to well, I'll say it. A very standard Speed Stick original. Seems to work great.
I thought you were gonna say like some women's brand or something like that.
I used to wear women's deodorant. I found it worked. I found it worked a lot better. Yeah, when I was about 22 to 27, 28, I used Secret Dry. It was great. Yeah.
Oh. Do you have any?
Wait a minute. Wait.
What?
Secret? That's women's deodorant.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I use the women's deodorant. Well, it doesn't matter if you don't stink.
Phil's now on the show that don't listen.
As long as you smell good, I guess it's totally cool.
There you go. As long as you don't smell bad. Who cares? You don't want to smell like anything. That would be ideal, but you don't want to smell bad. You know.
True.
Do you have any deodorant confessions, Louis, for the group or no?
No. Just wear it.
Yes, I agree with Louis on that. Please wear it.
Yeah, that's always helpful.
Yeah.
All right, Phil.
Self-care. Yeah.
Friday nights with Phil. Big show tomorrow. What's going on?
Yeah, huge show tomorrow. We got Luke the Cardist on. Wait, is that tomorrow? Yes, that's tomorrow.
Yeah.
I believe we do. Yes, and we're very excited. Dave is really excited. I really like Luke the Cardist, certain of his cards, and other cards I'm okay with. Dave's is a huge fanboy, so I'm really excited to just sit back and see Dave take control. We have no gifts this week other than the hockey sweater book. And so I can't buy your love. I still haven't gotten an email from the two people that won it before. So maybe the
Somebody
joke's
just
on
commented
you.
on YouTube that they emailed you and you haven't responded.
About the book?
About a winner. The winner did. Yeah.
Oh, winner. Oh, I don't know.
Winner.
I don't know. So
Let me know after the show.
okay.
Sure.
I think Dave had Luke commission a 101 card for him, didn't he?
I believe he did. I don't know too much, so I'm not.
You're gonna learn about that.
Yeah.
All right.
Got to tune in. Got to tune in to find out though. And of course, we have our game. Lots of fun with the game. Oh, now I can't stop thinking about who said something about the comment. Nah, they're fine. Don't worry.
They were polite about it. So I mean,
oh, okay, good.
Yeah. Oh, you look good in purple.
I'm kind of wearing a blue shirt, aren't I?
On the screen.
Oh, dude, that's an amazing picture. Yeah, that's I love that. I wish I had a cane in it, but other than that, that'd be good.
Oh, sorry. We'll work on that.
Yeah.
GP Sports Cards is the official breaking partner of our show, this show. Spots for Friday night breaks go very, very fast, so be sure to scoop them up at gpsportscards.com straight away. The British like to say. Whether you get a spot or not, you can check out all the fun, watch a ton of amazing hockey boxes get ripped on the GP Sports Cards YouTube channel that night. GP typically breaks on Wednesdays and Fridays. You can catch them on Whatnot as well. Bookmark their shop there so you're alerted to all their planned breaks. Also, if you have a collection you're trying to sell and you've got some heat, Grant likes to buy cards relentlessly. And reach out to him. I would guess on Instagram is probably the best spot, but he's always buying there too. Very quick hockeychecklist.com update. Did get the 2013-14 Panini Select set uploaded to the site. I've been working on that. It took a long time, actually, because that one needed some research. So I'm excited about that. It's one of my favorite sets and love to learn about it. So go check that out on hockeychecklist.com. Also fixed a whole bunch of errors in the Upper Deck Check 24-25 credentials checklist that comes out next week. So that is accurate now. Sometimes Upper Deck sends out the checklist and then a few days later they say, oops. And then they send out another checklist. So got those fixed up. Very quick Discord update. We will go over the 5K challenge winner on Monday's show. Still kind of finalizing things there, but that is done. Excited to talk about that. And then just real quickly, if you didn't catch out, if you're in Discord, you didn't catch Neil's Behind the Bench episode 8. He did a whole episode on pre-rookie cards, especially focusing on the early 90s. It was awesome. He's really hitting his groove. I
didn't catch that today. Yeah, no, I had a long drive. I had long drives today, so I could have listened to that. Damn it. Sorry, Neil.
Pre-rookies rookie show.
Pre-rookie show, yeah.
Pre-rookies rookie card show.
Sure to check that out. And the other big headline we'll get to in a second is in 3 days, I think we had our most new members of Discord ever. So
Really? That's great.
He's gonna have to take a deep breath. And if you want to join him, you can do it by supporting our show for as little as $5 a month. Still, I think there's 20 spots left in the first $2.99 supporters of our show. You also get, it's through Patreon. You get access to our Discord and can do stuff like 5K challenge, which you just had the winner, fantasy hockey. We do a whole bunch of, I don't know, it's just fun. Meet people, be less lonely. Phil is, I think, 37.8% less lonely since joining the Discord.
Almost 40. Almost 40% less
there.
lonely. Yeah.
Getting there. It's very easy to do. All you got to do is go to our website, hockeycardsgongshow.com, click on the Become a Patron link at the top of the page, or go to the Patreon website directly, patreon.com, and search for us, Hockey Cards Gongshow. There's a link in the show description in both the YouTube app and for the good listener in all the podcast apps, and then in our Instagram and TikTok profiles too. I mentioned Baba Louie. Holy moly, what happened?
What happened?
A lot of love and very humbling. Can't believe it. But I'm going to let you spend about the next half hour and go through all the new patrons and shout them out.
All our new out of $2.99 members. First up, Dave
Dave.
E.
Welcome, Dave B.
Dave
B.
And then Oiler Collector.
Woo! Oiler
Whose favorite
Collector.
team is?
Oh, no. Then it's Black Lamb.
Oh, I love it. Lamb of God. You guys ever like that metal band? It's good band.
It's heavy. Good.
You've been into Silence of the Lambs. Phil's been talking about that
Yes.
a lot lately.
It puts the lotion on or it gets the hose again. I love it.
M. Miller. You're next up. Following that, Jason W. And last but definitely not least, Rod G.
Woo! Miller,
Hi,
Jason,
boys.
and Rod, welcome. Congratulations.
I think one or two are not in Discord yet. If you have any issues, please reach out to us via Patreon or Instagram. Happy to help you get squared away because, all the lonely men they're just waiting for you to come be lonely with them.
If you have issues, Josh has tissues. So make sure you give him a DM.
Right?
That's awesome. Baba Louie.
Yeah.
Let's do the game plan.
Let's do this game plan for your Thursday. First, get to know your Hall of Famers. Then it's, Josh went deep. More hidden gems.
Oh, no.
Then it's hobby news, followed by, a Gongshow game show. This ought to be fun.
That's today. Fun.
Then it's new product releases and personal pickups.
We're going to kick off today's show with our Get to Know Your Hall of Famers series, where we are profiling every Hockey Hall of Fame player that ever lived. We started with the very first class of 1945, have been working our way to present day. We're still in the class of 1962. A couple players left, and one of those remaining players in the Hall of Fame that we're covering today is Harry Hyland. Any Harry Hyland fans on the show? Big Harry Hyland guys?
I do not know the name. Again, that's two shows in a row. I don't know the person. Oh well.
He did play for the Senators. So all these guys have played for this. I think
I know. I don't recognize the name though. Unfortunately.
Well, you might either recognize the name or learn a little bit about him right now, as Harold Macarius Hyland was a Canadian professional hockey player that lived from 1889 until passing away at the age of 80 in 1969. Was a lifelong resident of Montreal. Hyland was teeny tiny like Phil, coming in at 5'6" and about 155 pounds.
I'm 5'9".
Mm-hmm.
My new favorite thing.
Yeah. So your 9's upside down, buddy.
Oh, that's amazing. Good one, Baba Louie. And in a hockey career that lasted from 1908 until 1918, Hyland laced him up for the Ottawa Senators, the new Westminster Royals, and the Montreal Canadiens. He played right wing in his career as a member of the Wanderers. Oh, it's the Montreal Wanderers, I think, not the Canadiens.
Wanderers.
Wanderers. Hyland won his lone Stanley Cup in the 1909-1910 season. Over his professional career, this is kind of impressive. Harry Hyland played in 117 games, scored 144 goals,
What? That's
added
crazy.
20 assists for 164 points. That's an incredible 1.23 goals per game.
That's
Sounds like a
wild.
bug.
Holy
Yeah.
moly.
At the end of his career, he was named player coach of the Senators and also coached hockey at Loyola College while
Oh.
he played. So that's kind of, he was a double coach player at the same time.
I'm embarrassed. I don't know this guy. I must have known it and I just forgot it again. Something else must have popped in.
Well, here's why you should care about him, Phil, and maybe why you'll remember him in the future. Harry Hyland was one of early hockey's most prolific and exciting players, a key figure during the sport's transition into the professional era. He was regarded as fast, tough, and a creative forward with excellent hands, one of the early game's true offensive dynamos. Hyland was a star in the National Hockey Association, the predecessor to the NHL, and consistently ranked among the top scorers. In 1910-11 with the Montreal Wanderers, he had 20 goals in 16 games. And in 1912-13 with the New Munster Royals in the PCHA, he scored 22 goals in 15 games. He was one of the early Eastern stars to join the PCHA, which is the Pacific Coast Hockey Association, helping spread high-level hockey to the West Coast when he joined the new Westminster Royals. Hyland scored the first hat trick in NHL history.
Whoa.
On December 19th, 1917, Hyland scored 5 goals for the Montreal Wanderers against the Toronto Arenas in what was the first night of NHL play ever. It remains one of the league's most historic performances. That same night, his 5-goal outburst became the NHL's first 5-goal game, of course, a feat only a few players in league history have matched. He only played one full NHL season, 1917-18, scoring 8 goals in 6 games before retiring. He retired mid-season due to the Wanderers Arena burning down. As he was nearly 30 years old at the time, he opted to retire rather than switch teams because the Wanderers folded, essentially, when their arena was burned down at the time. And I think were later resurrected as the Canadiens. Hyland also played professional lacrosse, a common crossover for top Canadian athletes at the time. He played with like Newsy Lalonde and a lot of other Hall of Famers that were. I don't think one thing we've covered much, but there is a very close tie-in between professional hockey and professional lacrosse in the early 1900s. A lot of players did both.
Lacrosse is awesome. Is lacrosse big in the States?
Both our daughters played. Louis' daughter played longer than mine did.
Yeah.
The thing that's funny here, and I don't know if it's similar in Canada, is boys and girls lacrosse are almost entirely different sports.
Oh, I don't know enough to know the
Contact
answer.
and no contact.
Yeah.
How do you?
And you can't even really play defense in girls lacrosse. You just sit there with your stick in front of your face, and you can't.
Look mean. Give them dirty looks. That'll scare them.
Where the boys' sport here is like a gladiator sport. They basically bludgeon each other with their sticks.
That's what I want my combat to be. It's too bad they didn't change hat tricks to Harry trick or something. Like I know it's. Do you guys know why it's called a hat trick? Do you remember?
No. Educate us.
You
know why?
Yeah, no, I do. I'm a 70% why. I know it's from. I don't remember the name, but I remember a very famous cricket guy hit 3 of those posts, and the crowd bought him a hat. And ever since they've called it a hat trick, and I believe that hockey kept the name because it's like a respect thing. 3 of something in a sport. I'm 70% of the way there. I forget the guy's name. He's a British fellow, I'm pretty sure. And the crowd funded him a hat of some sort.
Feels like more like 48% of the way there.
All right.
Let's not argue.
Why should we care about Harry Hyland?
We already did.
Anyways.
Oh boy. You're ours, and we can't get rid of you, and we're gonna love you, even though
I'm like a bad rat.
Pretty sure that whatever part of the brain handles short-term memory, you have none.
Yeah, I choose what I absorb. All right.
Okay, fair enough. Okay. The Harry Hyland Hobby Market. Harry Hyland cards appear in the very first 3 hockey sets ever produced. His rookie is in the 1910 C56 set. It's card number 10. The PSA 6 we're showing on YouTube is a high selling copy, went for $1,380 US in December 2019. There's also a Harry Hyland card in the, what I think better looking, 1911 C55 set, card number 30. The high selling copy is the PSA 7 on YouTube that sold for $1,426 in October 2015. And then the final Playing Days card for Harry Hyland comes in the 1912 C57 set, card number 19. This PSA 7.5 is the highest seller. It fetched a pretty big number, 5,284 USD in May 2019. And it fits fantastic in the holder, as we can see.
Yeah.
A lot of negative space there. A lot of negative space.
The thing is bouncing around like it.
Maybe they glued it. We don't know. Maybe they put a piece of tape on the back and just stay there.
Scotch tape.
Scotch tape, devil.
And that, boys, is your Hockey Hall of Famer, Harry Hyland.
Right on. Good job, Josh. Good job.
Harry Hyland.
Harry Hyland.
Sounds like a whiskey. I'll take 2 fingers of Harry Hyland, please.
Oh, yeah.
That's good.
It's not a bad whiskey name.
Yeah, it is.
I don't think so. You don't get any then.
Okay.
Yeah. You stick to your white wine, Louis. We'll have the whiskey.
That's me. I like
That's-
I know. As soon as I said it, I'm like, why am I directing it towards Louis? I want my. Oh, you like? What do you like, Josh? You're.
I like
Pinot?
Sauvignon Blanc, and I like California Sauvignon Blanc.
You're not a Pinot guy. Pinot Grigio.
I don't like red wine much,
Mm.
and I don't like
Is it-
sweet white
is
wine,
it-
like dessert wines.
Pinot's white wine.
Pinot Grigio is, but Pinot
That's
Noir.
what I said.
is red.
Pinot Grigio.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
it's okay.
Yeah. Looks like I'm
I
not the
prefer
only one who
Sauvignon
doesn't
Blanc.
listen. I'm not the only one who doesn't listen, eh?
What?
Ooh.
Exactly. So
Hidden Gems. It's been about a month since our last Hidden Gems segment. Making it time to add more to the list. Now, these are cards that we pull directly from hockeychecklist.com website.
Hmm.
Yeah, very exciting.
are you doing this segment to somehow in between the lines? So anything we talk about here is not on hockeychecklist.com. Is that correct?
Everything is on hockeychecklist.com.
Yeah, so
Well, no, but okay. So the nexus, the genesis, the birth of this segment, Phil.
I know what you're
was-
okay. Go ahead.
was I do these checklists in the wee hours of the night by my lonesome with my Sauvignon Blanc from California, and I learn about hockey sets, and then I come across these really cool cards that I've never heard about.
I
And
know
wonder,
it's just funny.
I think to myself, has anyone ever heard of this card too, and would it benefit? And then, if we can promo our own website, that
Yes,
we've
of course,
bled
of
sweat,
course,
tears,
yes,
and
yes.
money into, and have no
Mhm.
way to make money back, even. So why are we promoting in the first place? I don't know.
I don't know. That's the funniest part.
Yeah.
Keep using it. Why? We don't know, but
We
we
don't
want
know. We're hoping. It's called blind faith that someday something will work out. So,
the phone
anyways,
will ring and a business adult will say, listen, I just need 1.5 years of records of people using your websites and we're going to pay you for it. We'll be like, yes, that's what we've been doing. Why have you guys been doing
Done.
it? We don't know. We're waiting for your call, sir. All right.
so
come on,
on hockeychecklist.com, these are cards we stumble across that are cool, maybe somewhat rare, and could have lower awareness amongst collectors, like a couple people watching or listening to the show. And who knows, maybe you already know about these cards, but also there might be a hidden gem or two that could be perfect for your PC. So I have 4, like I do every month, and I'm excited to share and see what you guys think. You tell me, are these cards that you know about? The first one I'm actually pretty excited about, and can't really find any to buy right now, but I'm definitely gonna. So this is from the aforementioned 2013-14 Panini Select set, and it's the Cornerstone insert, Cornerstone on Panini Select. So there's a lot more collector familiarity with the prism base parallels, which I think are one of the nicest cards ever. That's why I love the set so much. But potentially, though, a hidden gem is this Cornerstone insert. It has the sun ray or burst design behind it, a little bit akin to the very popular and amazing Outburst parallels that we are all love from Upper Deck. There's 25 players on the checklist, and it includes all the biggest names from the, that were playing in 2013-14. All of the name Cornerstone is in cornerstone of the franchise. And what makes this set interesting to me are the parallels. So beyond the base, there's a silver prism, which is numbered out of 25, a gold prism out of 10. We're looking at the Ovi Ovechkin on YouTube right now. That is a gold. So it's the colored part for the parallels, the outbursty background. And then there's a black prism 101.
Ooh.
Some of the players you can also chase beyond Ovi are Crosby, Pavel Datsyuk, which is the next one we'll look at. Now, this is a silver with a price tag on it. I don't think I think the price tag comes separately. So this one was purchased last year for $30. It's a silver prism.
Come on, $30.
I know. Hidden gem, Phil. Hidden gem.
That's a hidden gem. That is a hidden gem.
Steven Stamkos. This one looks cool. It's a gold one. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
How much did that sell for?
I don't know. I can't remember. And then Johnny Toes, Jonathan Taves is on the checklist. Anze Kopitar, Henrik Sedin, no Daniel. They hated Daniel, but they loved Henrik.
They didn't. Oh, that's weird. Which one's the better one? Probably Daniel, right?
I can't remember. I get them mixed up. And then Patrick Marleau. Here's what the black prism 101. Now, actually, I like the gold and silver a little bit better. But you got the 101 panache with the Marleau here. Now, for Crosby and Ovi, for either the silver or gold, remember, silver's out of 25, gold's out of 10. You're going to probably spend north of $500. But any of the other players on the checklist, you can normally get in the $20 to $75 range. So
what a find, brother. What a find.
Very nice cards.
Nice.
So, Louis, what do you think of these?
Yeah, I'll take it.
So, question.
That was another Baba Louie Hobby hot take.
So, I always wait for the last wrench to drop and then I can talk after. So, are these, I'm going to ask a dumb question. I get frustrated and confused constantly with what Panini box to buy if I'm hunting for something. I'm going to ask a silly question and I'm very okay with it. Are these only in the Panini Select boxes, or are they also in scattered throughout the Titanium and the Contenders, or is it only, and if you don't know, that's fine. But
no, I do know because I did the checklist on hockeychecklist.com. The most are, and for Cornerstone, they're all in the Panini Select Hobby box. Now, you might recall, because you were jealous, and which gives me no greater pleasure in the world, when I got the Patrick red prism from
yeah.
That was a Fall Expo promo card. So the red prisms, which are out of 35 of the base set, were part of a fall promo, Fall Expo promo.
I don't understand how those promos work. Like, what if they don't get rid of all the cards? Does the staff keep them then?
I don't know.
Well, I want them.
Call Panini. Put in a request with their redemption center, and in 72 years, you'll find it.
Yeah, pretty wild. I think they got bigger problems than worrying about hockey right now.
Okay, we're off to a good start, I think. Now, this next one is going to be, I think, hit or miss with people, but I kind of like it. And so we'll see what you guys think. It's from 2019 SP Authentic, and it's the 1999 Retro Future Watch. These are at a $249. If you like 90s nostalgia, then I think you might find this set interesting. So if you're asking, well, what are these? This was basically the Future Watch in 1999. And it's a retro version of that. It's a 9-card retro intro set. It's all rookies, of course. But what makes, I think, this one particularly cool is 4 of the 9 rookies are pretty big rookies. It's from the 2019 class, of course. You have Cale Makar. You have Jack Hughes, which is the next one.
Yep, hold on.
Okay. And then Nick Suzuki, and then finally brother Quinn Hughes has a copy as well out of 249. These are inserts. They're not autoed, like we're kind of very reflexively used to Future Watches all having autos. And I think out of 249, they're rare enough, but still very accessible. Because like if you go back to 1999, like here's a Mike Fisher from the original set that they were out of 2000 in 1999, which is sort of very 90s of trading card companies to make everything out of 2000, 5000, and 10,000. And yeah, so it's just a tribute, I guess, back to that. these won't break the bank either. So this is what I like about this the most is if you want a Cale Makar future watch of any kind and you don't have $2,000 to spend, you can get one for about $50 of these. So I think again, very 90s looking. And if that's your bag, then you might like one.
Kind of looks like the old I'm sure you guys had it in elementary school, the laser beams in the back. Like I was in like grade 2 or 3. You guys must have been like grade 5 maybe, but the laser beams, yeah, early 90s, late 80s kind of thing here.
Yeah, I feel like these cards remind me of something, but I can't exactly pay, especially the Future Watch font.
Children's TV show, maybe. Yeah. I've never even seen these cards before. And thank you for using Mr. Fisher. I was a big fan of Mike Fisher.
Makes me think of Tron.
Oh, a little bit.
Tron a little bit.
Oh, with the grid behind it.
Yeah. And I got in.
So that is the 1999 Retro Future Watch out of 249 insert from 2019 SP Authentic.
I
The
won't
next
be
one.
wrestling you for these.
Okay. That's right. The next one is from 2014-15 Upper Deck Series 1. It's that we had to do a goalie set, and this is clear-cut stoppers. Now, if you're not into clear-cut cards or die-cut cards, you probably won't like it, or I guess goalies, too. You got to like tendies in order to appreciate this set. These are all numbered out of 100, and there's 12 goalies on the checklist and some really big names. So you got Cujo, Curtis Joseph, Carey Price, the Dominator, Dominic Hasek in his Buffalo uniform. Kind of a cool looking card. Henrik Lundqvist is on the checklist. Eddie Belfour repping the Blackhawks. Jonathan Quick. Louise Marty Brodeur. And then Patrick Waugh in the Montreal uniform. And then finally, Officer Bob, Sergei Bobrovsky. I believe he was with the Blue Jackets at the time. And these are pretty reasonable.
Yeah. I forgot about that. That's a while back, eh? 10 years, I guess. Yeah. Wow.
So, like, I think Patrick Waugh raw is about $40-$50 US, and then all the other guys are in the $15-$25 range. So, you gotta be a die cut person, but it's numbered out of 100. It's got legendary goalies, like more than 2/3 of the goalies are Hall of Famers. It seems like. So,
I wonder. That's kind of weird, eh? Why Waugh is like 3-4x more than everybody else? It's kind of weird. Oh, wait a minute. It's probably because he's the best goalie of all time. Ah.
Yeah.
Let's not start
Missiles
that
fired. Missiles fired.
Yeah, well, I was wrong.
I could be, but I don't think so.
So, thoughts on these? What do you think?
I like the goalie aspect of it. I'm not a die cut guy, but you know what? I like every time I see most die cuts, I wish it was just a regular card because I think they're great. I love the design, nice and simple. I like that red border. It's spiffy.
It works. I like it.
For me, I think I saved the best for last. I'm going to be crestfallen if you guys don't love this set as much as I do. But I've always been a huge fan of the 2007-8 O-Pee-Chee Micro Motion Black. Now, this is a base parallel out of 100.
I'm cutting you off. You're such a liar. I showed you the Crosby of this, the 1/1, and you're like, Phil, that's one of the ugliest cards I've ever seen. You're such a liar right now.
I did not.
You did. I didn't buy it. It was $1,200. It was a golden treasure, and it was of this year. And you said it was like it was 17-18, I think, and it was a tribute to this design.
Did you play with micro machines growing up? I did.
No, I didn't have toys when I was a kid. Listen, I'm very upset with you right now. Go ahead, finish your segment.
I love the Micro Motion Black out of 100 parallel. I didn't say golden treasures. Did I?
Okay. Well, it's the same swivel design with the border.
No, it's got the Micro Motion background, which is what makes it awesome.
Okay.
I was wrong.
Oh, that's so loud.
Well, I've seen these in person. They look awesome. I do not own any yet. I did put a couple offers out there today.
Oh.
Do either of you guys have one of these cards? Yes, no, maybe so.
No.
I would have had a brown one if my friends thought it was a good idea.
Why do you listen to your friends? Can't you make
Yeah, clearly shouldn't.
These are a parallel, as I mentioned, from the 2007-08 base set. all 500 cards in the base veterans checklist have the parallel out of 100. There is a rookie set out of 100 too that does have the micro motion. I don't think they look as cool, but there are some key rookies like Teddy Kane and Carey Price, I believe, are a couple of them that you can check out. Now, of the 500 players, 35 are Hall of Famers. That's now. How do I know that? Well, I just searched HOF on the power search menu on hockeychecklist.com, and boom, just told me. It's pretty slick how that works. Some of those players that are typically have a lot of interest in the hobby are Timu Solani, Jerome McGinley, Joe Sakic, Sergei Fedorov. I really want this one. Even though I prefer him in the Red Wings, but I think he was plain.
Yeah, he doesn't look bad in the Blue Jackets, but he's a Red Wing for me, for any card, yeah.
Mike Modano, Louis. I couldn't find any copy either sold or for sale of the Modano.
There's a lot of Modano fans, eh? Louis, he's a hard collect. There's a lot of big Modano fans.
Pavel Datsuk, which this is one I may have put an offer on today. Cross your fingers. Hope I get it.
I hope you get it.
I hope you get it.
Hope you get crabs. Dominic Hasek, Martin Brodeur. Good looking Brodeur.
Oh, that is a sexy card. Look at that, eh?
Do like that.
That's good.
Paul Correa, Matt Sundin, to name a few. And beyond Hall of Famers, there's also a few future Hall of Famers that you might have heard of, like Jaromir Jagr. It's not a bad Rangers card. I typically wouldn't.
A little puffy, eh? Looks like someone put some air in that jersey.
Maybe. Alexander Ovechkin.
Ooh.
Oh, that's a nice one.
Crosby?
Oh, yeah. Next one, Sidney Crosby.
Nice.
There you go.
Oh, yeah. Look at that. Hey, I wish, oh, man. That'd look good in my collection.
That would look great as a 101. Hey, Louis, you should maybe buy one if you comes up. Now, if you're hunting Crosby or Ovi, be prepared to spend a couple $100. They'll go from anywhere from probably $225 to $275 raw. But all the other players are in the $20 to $50 range. So again, these are out of 100. There usually is a base parallel out of 100 in O-Pee-Chee. It's been the black parallel, I believe, lately. But I really like the kind of trippy sort. Again, it's got that outbursty kind of background to it, a little more muted than the current iteration. But yeah, I know thoughts on the micro motion black out of 100, guys.
Looks good.
I really like the cards, and I'm happy you like them too, Josh. Good find.
Yeah, I'd really like. I hope you get one because I really want to see it in the hand.
I'm trying, efforting, as the kids like to say.
Effort.
Well, that's what I got for this month. We'll be back in August with some more hidden gems. Slab Sharks, Gongshow partner and sponsor. Thankful for their support of our show. The current Slab Sharks weekly auction ends tonight. Tune in with us on the Gongshow YouTube channel, 7 Eastern, to watch all the cards ending in this week's auction. We have a special guest joining us for Phil.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I can't pronounce his full name, but no, he's great. He's friends with a bunch of boys in Toronto. They're called Juice Labs on Instagram. I always call him G. I know how to say he's a great guy. Come hang out on Thursday night tonight. And he knows his cards, man. Very, very personable. Knows a lot of his modern cards, and he's a big Sens fan. So you guys are in for a treat. But he's a good Sens fan. He's a good Sens fan. He's not silly.
Again, the show starts at 7 p.m. Eastern on the Gongshow YouTube channel. Hope to see you in the chat. A lot of banger cards we'll be highlighting. We'll be goofballs like we are usually too. There's the Premier Bedard 101. It's going to be weird if there's ever an auction that doesn't have a big Bedard 101 card now, since that's what Slab Sharks been doing lately, I guess. More than 3,600 cards to bid on, I believe. So again, another big auction. And the reason why so many Canadian card collectors and now American hockey card collectors too, through us, the Gong Show, we help America. Hi guys. Are choosing Slab Sharks to help sell their cards on eBay is that Slab Sharks makes it super easy and simple. In fact, all you got to do is send them your cards into Slab Sharks HQ or drop them off with a rep if you're in Canada, or submit them to us. If you're in the US, the link is in the show description to do so, and we'll take care of the rest. For US hockey collectors, we partner with Slab Sharks to eliminate the hassle, stress, and frustration of shipping your cards internationally, because we love hassle, stress, and frustration, right, Louis? So
yep.
It's kind of our drug. And so again, we'll do that for you. But no matter where you're from, it's always a breeze with Slab Sharks. They take professional photos of your cards, list them, answer any potential buyer questions, hunt down payment from winners, ship them to auction winners anywhere in the world. So again, no more stress and shipping there. And most importantly, they handle any post-sale issues. And remember when Karn was on the show a week or two ago, it was pretty crazy that they just, crap goes wrong and they just deal with it. And you're good.
Good business. Good business. Yeah. I don't want to deal with it.
I don't either.
I don't want to deal with it. Let's give it to Karn.
Right.
Yeah, he likes issues more than we do.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Plus, your cards get.
Go. Just go.
He'll love you because you got tons of issues, Phil. Plus, your cards get listed in the biggest weekly eBay auction there is, where tons of hockey card loving buyers are bidding and buying each week. So, for complete consignment information to get the process started today, either check out the link in our show description or head to slabsharks.com. Hobby news.
Hobby news.
Big
the
story.
pulse of our pastime.
Sorry, man. I stepped on your touchdown call.
That's okay.
You need to do it again?
No. It's fine. I got lots. I got like a list of
It would have been
50.
great.
Nah, it's fine. It's mediocre, pedestrian.
Well, as I so rudely interrupted, I was saying because I'm excited because there's a huge, huge story, I think.
Yeah.
We got this information from the peoples at
Say
Black.
it, Josh. Oh.
Oh, God.
And it has been kind of everywhere too. So eBay, ever heard of eBay, Louis? Is that new to you?
Yeah. No, I'm Bond member.
For those that are not familiar, like probably Phil, eBay is the largest hobby marketplace where about 250 million in singles were purchased just last month even. Well, they begun testing extended bidding.
Mm.
So what I mean by that is if a bid is placed within the last 2 minutes of an auction, that auction will be extended again then for another 2 minutes. Testing is currently occurring on select cards, not all cards, and it's important to note that it has not been rolled out site-wide or to all auctions. It's a test. Here's what Ron Javen, you guys know Ron? You know Ron.
Ron's a great guy.
Good old Ron.
He's the GM of US Collectibles. He told Collect, "We're constantly exploring new ways to make the buying and selling experience even better for our community. We're excited to be testing extended bidding on selected trading cards, a feature we know many of our collectors have been asking for. This is a limited test for now, and we'll share more details as we learn and expand." Now, while most major... Oh, what?
Oh, I love announcements. I love well-written announcements. You asked and we delivered. Yeah, high five for everybody. Okay, buddy. Well, they don't sponsor us. What's this? Go ahead.
Bill from the Hockey Cards Gongshow said, "After careful consideration and listening
fine.
to user feedback, I've decided to murder my cat."
You don't say that, Mr. Bigglesworth.
All right. Okay, so while most major auction houses do use the extended bidding model, eBay's auctions have always ended at specific predetermined times. So I find this very interesting. The first thing I'll say is testing is good, right? You can't learn unless you test stuff. So I'm not an anti-tester. But this does make eBay a little bit unique. And I have a theory as to like maybe who's asking for this because this will not be a universal.
Well, it's the sellers, yeah, like
sellers.
Slab Sharks is probably super happy. I'm happy in that regard, but as a collector, I have a different opinion.
Yeah, and I think in particular for big cards, right? Because the knock on eBay when it comes to the whales has been, well, they're better off at an auction house. So maybe could be, I don't know. Is this a move to attract some of those six-figure cards where the currently sellers are too scared to put them on eBay because they don't have that extended bidding feature? What do you think?
I think change is good. I think this is great. If you try something and you don't roll it out in an absolute concrete fashion, try everything and anything. My biggest beef here, I think your priorities are out of whack. And I'll say that. My number one, not to say you can't try this and still try and figure out people not paying for their cards. That to me is the biggest issue ever. And every time I hear a response from eBay, it sounds like they're on it and they're listening, and there's not much we can do. We have policies set in place, and I would revamp that whole policy section, and I would try and make TerraPeak more popular. Blah blah blah. I don't want to get into it. I think this is great, extended bidding. I don't mean to change the subject, but I think their priorities are different. That's why I laughed at that announcement. I laughed at it because this is not a priority of a collector or a seller in any way, shape, or form. It's nice for a seller, kind of sucks for a buyer. I don't think there's heavy emotions any more than what I just said. I can tell you one thing: what everybody can get behind: shill bidding and people not paying their cards. I'd say that's more of a problem, people not paying their cards.
How does this affect show bidding, do you think? I don't know the answer.
I don't know. I'm not sure. It'll be interesting to watch, right? I hope it helps. I think it would help.
You think it would make it harder to shill bid one?
Yes, I do think so. I don't think it's a solution. But I think,
if you're paying attention to the bidders,
guys, it's all just follow the money, right? I mean, how can you make the most money? Extended bidding. It's all the cliches are true.
I bet you.
Yeah, I mean that's the cynical.
Yeah, well, they're a business. They're there to make money. It's not a bad thing. I'm not saying it in a bad way.
It probably would have cost me a little bit more than I wanted to, but I bet you I'd have had those two cards I wanted in the last Slab Sharks auction on eBay if there was extended bidding.
I would just like if a card. I'd like other things. This is not where my head goes. Oh man, I would have had that card if there was extended bidding. I don't think like that. I don't want that. I don't care for that. I want things that matter in eBay. Yeah, eBay is the biggest seller of hockey cards because they're winning by default. Right? I
wonder if it could get annoying on like $20, $30 cards if like people bid like 50-cent increments for 12 minutes while you're trying to wait for an auction to end and sweat somebody out for that. Personally, though, and I think I'm in the minority. I get stressed out by the end of eBay auctions. That's why I put my maximum. I don't do the sniping thing because I don't like it.
I do if I kind of want the card. If it's a huge card, I will. Like if a Brady Tkachuk high gloss came out, boom, that's I'm mega bidding and I'm not worried about it, right? But if it's I like sniping. It's part of the game. It's part of the game, and I
admit this is probably not the most strategic or best way to do it, but how I've always done eBay auctions is I figure what's the most I want to pay for the card, and if there's 2 days or 2 hours left, I bid that amount, and then I let fate run its course.
Yeah, you're not good at that. Yeah, so that's not how you do it. My opinion, that's not how you do it. You're not hungry enough. You got to show some teeth, Joshy Poo. Anyways, I think this is going to be cool to see how it'll go and roll out. This definitely favors the sellers. I'm not complaining. I mean, it's a good thing for them, for us, for the show, right? But as mostly a buyer, kind of poopy news. There's other things.
What if they had to like pre-hit your credit card in order to do extended bidding? I could get behind that.
I can get behind that. As
like pre-author. Like, you know how like when you buy a card now or you place a bid and sometimes it does your credit card in advance now. So like if they accept it, you're just paying. They're not coming back to you to pay. That's what I'm talking about.
I think anything that has to vet the buyer a little bit more is a good thing. I don't care how they do it. I don't care in what program they do it. Vet the buyer. I can make a new eBay account in 8 minutes and just start doing silly stuff. Make that part harder. Why can we make betting accounts, right? If you bet in Ontario, oh my God, you got to draw blood. You got to show your bank card. You got to show your credit card. You got to show your driver's license. You got to give toenails, belly button lint, mail it all. It's insane. But eBay, I can bid, $8,000 in 3 days if I made my account 3 days ago. Come on, silly. It's silly. Yeah, I'm calling it out. Silly.
You know what I've never even understood? Because I'm like, I think we all fall on the instant pay bucket of eBayers. Even the people that do pay that wait for like 4 days. It's like I don't really understand that.
I wouldn't go there. There's certain things
like I said, people like waiting for payday or something like that.
Yeah, I don't know. I developed good habits at a young age because I was scared to get beat up. So
well, with that small you are.
Yeah, exactly. I had to learn how to fight and run quick, and I learned the right. You pay your debts, and you don't owe money. There's the right people do that.
I kind of want to see one of these. I hope I run into a test case.
You probably will. We'll probably see one tomorrow. Probably the first card I'm going to bid on. I'm like, well, extended bidding. Ah, frig.
Think Shane Pinto Young Guns? You think that's what
Oh my goodness. I know. Yeah. $8, $9. This guy's crazy.
$9? Are you kidding me, Phil?
Yeah.
90
Yeah,
cents.
I'm hopeful. He's gonna pop in 35 goals this year. You watch.
We're not doing that again next year. You're on your own.
Didn't ask you to. That's your fault.
Last question on this is: do you guys think that it's more of an like eBay is sort of homogenizing itself from like a differentiation standpoint compared to all the other auction companies? It's what makes eBay different. Is that a good thing or bad thing? Is it good to be different in some ways?
Yeah.
And would you think?
I think it's good. I think it's like I said, change is good. I don't like the extended bidding, but I like that someone is doing something, poking something, flipping something, trying something different. That's why when Upper Deck makes a card I don't like, well, at least they're trying, right? You can't. One of the best high school fights I ever saw was in grade 12 because both guys tried their hardest. Like even if you lose the boxing match, if you gave it your all, there's nobody in the stands that's going to be laughing at you and making fun of you. Nobody. So same with the company. If they're trying left, right, and center, that's why I love Upper Deck. They're always trying. Some of the things are funny and silly. So I think this is a good thing. That change is good. I just, like I said, their priorities are out of whack. Yes.
What?
Yeah. Okay. So 2 quick things, then we'll move on. How do you think the hobby is going to respond to this? Negative because they respond negatively to any change, or do you think that there'll be more excitement for this?
People don't like change. They're not going to like it at first.
Last thing, we're going to give our personal opinions Roman Emperor style, like in the Gladiator Coliseum. All right, everybody. You're both down, huh? I'm up.
Yeah. Your thumbs up, right? Yep.
No, bid and get it done.
Okay.
I ain't got time to wait.
I ain't got time for your bids.
I ain't got time for that.
I ain't got time for your bids. Just buy the damn thing.
Just give me a buy it now. Come on.
Yeah, I'm a big bin guy.
Well, we're going to move on now to the presumptive #1 overall draft pick in next year's NHL entry draft. Gavin McKenna is taking his talents to Penn State.
Getting paid.
Hockey powerhouse. Penn State.
All
Legendary
for the money.
program.
It's all about the money now.
Penn State. Oh, you're right. Home of a $700,000 check made out to Gavin McKenna.
Pathetic.
I get it now. Connor Bedard's little cousin by marriage, I guess, reportedly chose the Nittany Lions over Michigan State, Michigan, and Denver. Oh, just to be clear, Phil, I said cousin by marriage, not like in your family how you marry your cousins.
Yeah, careful. I'm Greek, man. You might be offensive to fellow Greek people. We have senses of humor. It's okay. It's funny.
McKenna is maybe one of, if not the biggest commitment in college hockey history. And it has been reported that 700,000 cash is what it took to lure McKenna away from the Medicine Hat Tigers. Must have been tough to leave his billet family and $250 a month Canadian spending money, Phil, to go to.
Better start saving now.
Yeah. He made the announcement live on SportsCenter the other day while in a Zoom call in what looked like from his mom's bedroom. Do you guys see that? It was like, oh man, you could have you're going on SportsCenter, Gavin. Come on, buddy.
Yeah.
In 56 games last year with the Tigers, McKenna scored 41 goals, added 88 assists for 129 points. Now, despite a 9-11-4 record in the Big Ten, the Nittany Lions were a Cinderella story, I guess, and did make the Frozen Four. They did finish last season ranked number 5 in both college national polls and do have some young talent. And now, of course, the big prize and McKenna. And although $700,000 is a ton of money, it's still peanuts for the current U.S. college NIL market, the name, image, and likeness money. we talked about this before, but remember Cooper Flagg, the number 1 pick in the NBA draft just a month ago, received a reported $28 million last year in NIL money while playing basketball at Duke. Which is crazy. Not bad for a student athlete.
Not
probably,
bad at all.
but 28 million to NBA contracts probably fits, and 700,000 to NHL.
Now, if these hockey programs start to continue to pony up, I think we're going to see more and more top NHL prospects head to U.S. campuses. You can't turn down $700,000 when you're 17 years old, like McKenna.
Right? No, man. He's getting paid, you know.
Well, and I think what's going to happen is what they'll play 16-year season, 17-year season in the CHL, college freshman season, get paid in the U.S. and then go to the draft for these top guys.
Yeah. And at first I was like, well, at least he gets a good education, but he's going to be there for 1 year. I mean, come on. I mean, I guess.
Well, you know how that works too, is that they really only have to get grades for 1 semester, because colleges don't so you have to pass, at least get probably like a D average for a semester.
Yeah.
And then they literally don't go to a single class and fail all second semester, because you don't get kicked out of college until after the semester is over.
Yeah.
So they would be technically kicked out of college, but not coming back anyway. So it's very tiny school commitment. And I'm going to be honest and petty and butthurt for a minute, if that's all right.
Okay.
This whole Penn State thing's driving me crazy.
Why? Because you're a Minnesota homer. That's why.
Yeah. I mean, that is part. But Penn, I mean, it's like 10 years ago, 15 years ago, Penn State and hockey is laughable in the same sentence. And I get it. The rational, logical side of my brain, if there's one, this is it's probably a better thing for hockey than if he came to the Gophers or UND or Denver, because it's on the East Coast. It's not a traditional powerhouse. Penn State has a lot of sports fans. It's going to increase the interest in hockey, blah, 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 blah. But as a college hockey, and it's just one more way that money has ruined college hockey to the nth degree. Prior to the Golden Gophers leaving the WCHA for the Big Ten, which they had to do because of TV networks and college football money, the Gophers were the toughest sports ticket in town of any sport. Years waiting list to get season tickets. Crazy to buy on the secondary market. Sold out every single game. I mean, if you got to go to a Gophers game and holy crap, how did you get tickets? As a student, we would wait in line all night to get tickets. And because we had rivalries, we had North Dakota, which was the biggest, the home and home with St. Cloud State, which is 45 minutes away, Friday night in St. Cloud, Saturday night at Mariucci Arena, and Denver, Colorado College, all these amazing rivalries. And everybody stopped caring when it became Ohio State and Penn State. Nobody honestly cared, and the place became a ghost town.
Nebraska. Ugh.
It's like, what? And maybe for the long term, it helps grow the game and make more. I know, again, this is where I'm a two-faced idiot, because I always complain that the game isn't growing. And again, having Gavin McKenna on the East Coast in Pennsylvania at a crazy sports loving university is, again, logically is a good thing. I just can't stand it. Hate this. And it's not even the Gophers thing. It's like, go to even the disgusting blue team, which is a sham too. Don't get me going there, where the whole US NDTP thing, it's like, all the US NDP hockey players end up going to Michigan. It's like, well, duh, because it's in Ann Arbor and they funnel truckloads of money into there. Yeah, no kidding. They end up going to Michigan. Cheaters.
Cheaters.
Is that good? I have no idea what you're talking about.
No.
I know. I go to OHL Ottawa 67 games. They're always available.
Listen, you
I'm a happy player.
can rant about the Kamloops Blazers in a second, but right now we're talking about U.S. college hockey, and I can't stand this, even though I know it's probably a good thing.
So why didn't Minnesota offer more money then?
I don't know what we have nobody rich that loves hockey here anymore. I don't.
Okay, well,
I think what I heard was it's the
you should be mad. You should be mad there wasn't enough money for him to go to the place you wanted to. That's it.
Well, that's what it's coming down to.
Yeah, that's it. All this talking, but that's all it's about.
I could be wrong, but I think I'm right.
Education, sure, Gavin.
No, you know who it is, Phil. It's the guy that owns the Sabres and Bills. That's it. He's paying him to go to Penn State because he must be a Penn State guy.
Good. I like him more now. Go Penn State. I'm gonna go get a jersey tomorrow.
Even like looking at like the Penn State hockey uniform is weird.
Oh, stop! It's a nice.
No. Until I haven't looked it up. Louis, you might look it up. They probably have only been a varsity college program for 10, 15. They were a club program. They didn't have a team.
Acting like me right now.
I know.
Ridiculous.
I feel weird.
Is this what it's like? Interesting. Okay.
Is my mustache growing?
Well, I hope things turn around for you, Josh. That all sounds pretty horrible.
No, it is terrible.
Sucks.
I'm done.
Yeah.
I refuse to acknowledge. I don't care if they win a national championship. They're not a hockey program. I'm sorry.
So, do you think they're going to beat Minnesota this year? Does Penn State? They were
9-11-4 in the Big Ten. They got hot at the end.
Oh wow, they play a lot of games, eh?
Well, that's just the Big Ten. They have the tournaments.
Right.
Well, they don't.
You can't even find crap on them. There's not even enough to.
Yeah. Nobody cares. You guys, you are like Chinese sweatshops with your kids in the CHL. You make them play 142 games a year.
That's correct.
Then their hips get bent.
Yeah, they moved to the NCAA in 2010.
All right. Soapbox over.
Yeah.
Well, boys, are you ready for another exciting, scintillating edition of
It's a Gongshow Gameshow.
I love that intro because that is the original intro to Gongshow Gameshow from like episode 10 of our show.
Nice.
So I went back in the archives, and you have no idea, like 3 years ago, how long it took me to do that because I was learning all this new audio editing software for the first time. So, yeah, soft spot for me. Well, hello, everyone, and welcome to another exciting edition of Gongshow Gameshow. I'm your host, Josh. They made me host because Phil insisted. I'm the best looking, and Louis doesn't care. Today's game we're going to play is a very exciting one. It's called What's Worth More? We'll present our contestants with 2 card options that have both sold within the past month or so, and they will pick which one they think has sold for more. For every right answer, the contestant will get a point. I have a pen.
Ooh.
Mark down who gets points. See the amount of preparation that went into this show. And whoever's the most points at the end will be declared the winner. I think we should meet our contestants today, shall we? Well, he likes learning new cameras, loves sleeping on the roof of his truck, and really, really wants a yellow helmet. Let's welcome Baba Louie to the show. Hey, Baba Louie, how's it going?
Hi. Thanks for having me on this wonderful game show.
Oh, okay. You want to tell the audience about yourself?
You just did. Thank you for doing that.
All right. Let's meet our next contestant. He's got more hair on one knuckle than on the top of his head, shows questionable judgment routinely, almost like it's his brand, and just needs a girl to love him for his many weird ways. Phil.
Yeah. Hello. Well, thank you for having me. Phil, 44 from Ottawa, and I'm ready to party.
All right, Phil.
All right, let's
love
go.
it. I've already explained the rules, but it's been 1 whole minute ago. So, Phil, can we assume you forgot already? Do I need
You
to
didn't explain the rules. You didn't explain the rules.
I
You
swear
did.
to God,
You
I
actually did?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Whatever.
I'm going to show you 2 cards. Each have sold with them.
Yeah, okay. I didn't know that was the rules. I thought that's
the rules.
The procedure of the
rules,
game.
dude.
Okay, whatever.
All right.
And he's got a pen.
Yeah,
I got a
pen.
pen.
Okay, that's a rule. Josh is a pen. That's a rule.
Are you guys ready to battle it out and declare who is the What's Worth More champion?
Yep.
Quiet in the audience, please. Here
Can't
we
wait.
go. Question 1. What's worth more? This 24-25 Upper Deck Macklin Celebrini Young Guns Outburst Red out of 25 Raw, or a 2013-14 The Cup Nathan McKinnon Sidney Crosby Tribute Rookie Auto Patch out of 10. BGS 9-10. It's not a first thing. You both get to guess. So you can go first. Sorry.
Well, the Celebrini. I'm not saying it's right, but I'm saying that went for more.
You're going with the Celebrini? What about you, Baba Louie? What do you think?
Celebrini.
Wow, you guys are right. The Macklin Celebrini sold for $4,190 on June 5th. And the Nathan McKinnon Sidney Crosby Tribute Rookie Patch Auto sold for $3,702 on June 1st. So about $500 difference.
Yeah, those McKinnon RPAs are criminally undervalued. So
yeah, very, very nice. Okay. Number 2. What's worth more? This 2023-24 The Cup Connor Bedard Rookie Auto Gold out of 24 Raw, or a 2015-16 O-Pee-Chee Platinum Connor McDavid Rookie Auto White Ice out of 99 BGS 9.5 10. Louis, you get to go first this time since Phil went first last
Louis should go first all the time.
Oh, should
No, that's not fair.
I don't know. Okay.
Well, we got to switch it up here. We got to do I'm going to go with the McDavid by like $200.
What do you think, Phil?
McDavid.
You guys are right again. You're nailing it so far. But it was by $99 more. The McDavid O-Pee-Chee Platinum White Ice Auto sold for $3,649 US on June 5th, compared to $3,550 US on June 15th.
Wow. I would have thought more. I would have thought more of a difference. Louis, you were more right. I would have thought quite a bit of a difference.
But if you had the same amount of money to spend on a card, is it even a choice in your guys'
No. Absolutely. You tackle if you have a buddy that's about to hand over the money for that listen, if he hands over the money and he's got the Bedard, fine. But if he hands the money over and that McDavid's at the same table, you tackle him. You wouldn't let your buddy go home with, okay.
Yeah.
Just watch out for your boy.
For the same amount of upside, the amount of risk in one card versus the other is incomparable. Yeah. To me, that's aside from who guesses right, that's the most eye-opening part of this whole exercise is for a lot of this brand new stuff coming out, look what you could have bought with basically the same amount of dough.
I will say this, as someone who just put all his ultimate holder and one touches Brady Tkachuk's O-Pee-Chee Platinum autos into top loaders and into his top loader binder, those autos are fading. And yeah. So that's the one thing I'm a little hesitant on O-Pee-Chee Platinum autos now is now that seems like a pretty strong one. I have out of 15 Brady Tkachuk O-Pee-Chee Platinum autos I have are the only 2 that are not fading. And I'm like kind of gutted, like it's that pen ink doesn't absorb. That's why I'm like really into O-Pee-Chee, regular O-Pee-Chee autos. That ink's staying there,
Oh yeah, it like barely sits on top of the surface. It does not soak in.
And you can, as it fades, you can see the heavier dots, like the gel. It's concerning. Yeah.
Well, you guys are off to a hot start. You each got them both right. Let's see if it continues with the third set of cards. Option 1 is a 1985 O-Pee-Chee Wayne Gretzky PSA 10. Option 2 is a 2015 Fleer Showcase Connor McDavid Rookie PMG Red out of 150 PSA 10. Phil, you go first this time.
I don't like this question.
I'll pick Wayne.
Okay, Louis goes Wayne.
Yeah, that's McDavid's rookie year. Well, and that's Wayne's 5th or 6th year. It's a 10 though.
Mm-hmm.
You know, some of these 80s sets had very low pops too. So
Yeah, I know, and
that's
I don't
tough.
see that Wayne very often. No, I'm going McDavid.
Well, Phil, you got it right, actually. So the last sale for the McDavid PMG at a 150 PSA 10 was 10,000
Yeah.
US
Yeah.
on May 31st versus 7,800 on June 29th for the Gretzky PSA 10.
Oh, that's healthy money though. Good. That's good.
Oh, yeah.
And you don't see that 85 often. You're right. That must be
It's a
shorter
nice
print.
Gretzky card. I
Nice.
like this card a lot.
Yeah. He's like, watch what I'm going to do in the next 10, 15 years. You guys will like it.
If I would have been guessing and not knowing the answer, I admittedly probably would have picked the Gretzky because this is the year where the red PMGs were at a 150 instead of 100. And in my mind, I would have thought, oh, there's 50 more of them. Does that make it worth a little bit less? But 10,000.
Yeah, I banked on rookie year. I banked
Smart.
on that. And
I was going on pop count.
Yeah. And I think, Louis, the pop count on this one is like super low. I didn't look it up. But okay. Phil's got a 3-2 lead. Going to set number 4. A 2024 O-Pee-Chee Platinum Lane Hudson Marquee Rookie Emerald Surge Auto out of 10 raw, or a 2023-24 Ultimate Collection Bobby Orr Auto 1 of 1.
Louis, you go. Or no, do I go?
Oh, it doesn't matter. Oof. Man. Shimmy Shakes.
Hey, Louis picked Shimmy Shakes. Where are you going, Phil?
I'm gonna have to. This is difficult because Orr doesn't pull it in, and that's a platinum emerald out of 10. Son of a Vondruk. But that's a 101. What year is the Bobby?
23-24.
Yeah, but I'm gonna have to agree with Louis and go with the Hudson.
You're both right. So
Yeah.
the Shimmy Shakes Lane Hudson sold for $700 US on July 2nd. And the
Oh,
Bobby Orr sold for $635 US on June 14th.
oh, I would have thought the Hudson would have sold for more than that.
No.
That's an emerald, man. That's hard to get. That's really hard.
Non-auto though. Non-auto.
Doesn't matter. They're more. They're usually more. They're usually. I paid a lot more money. A lot more money for my green emerald non-auto Brady. I could have bought 2 auto green Bradys for the price of my one. It's crazy.
Can I say something about the Bobby Orr? In my
No,
opinion, for a Bobby Orr auto card, this is a beautiful card.
Very
and for
nice.
635 US,
Yeah, it's crazy.
I would be very happy paying that price for that card.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, 4-3, Phil. Phil, you have not got one wrong. You are.
I'm pretty awesome. I'm pretty awesome.
Let's see if you get number 5.
Okay.
The choices are a 2024-25 Upper Deck Matvei Michkov Young Guns Acetate Raw, or a 2010-11 The Cup Wayne Gretzky, Mario Lemieux, Steve Yzerman triple autos enshrinements out of 15 raw.
Yeah, I'm going enshrinements. Yeah. Because they're not. Do I want me to explain why? Or
Yeah, go for it.
They're not sticker auto. It's a cup card. 3 goats. I would bank on the Michkov being like 1,500, 2,000 American. I'm guessing.
Okay.
So yeah, but would that card go for more? Oh crap! I might have talked myself out of this.
Well, hurry up.
All right, lock in your answer, Phil.
Yeah. No, I'm locking in my answer. I think the Michkov is more.
The Michkov is more. Okay, Phil's locked in. And Michkov. What about you, Bob Louie?
He picked the other one, so I was going to pick Michkov. I got to tie this up, so I'm still going Michkov, though.
You're still going Michkov? You're both wrong.
Yeah.
The Cup Enshrinements sold for $1,825 US on June 9th, and the map by Michkov at Young Azaz State sold for $1,275 US. On June 13th.
What? That's it?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay. Well, I would have thought as soon as you said 1,800 for the Cup, and I was like, what? Michkov didn't beat that? That's wild, man.
I'm beating myself up in this whole game because I'm sitting here going, the Gretzky, Lemieux, Stevie Y gotta be more, but Josh is pulling these fast ones and he'll slip some BS in there that's get us.
That Michkov for 1,200.
I'm picking the highest selling copies. So if like 3 sold but didn't, I'm always going with the highest selling just for fairness.
I find that bizarre. Okay, yeah, well, I'm wrong.
I think his market is dropping off a bit.
Dude, an acetate young gun for 1,200. I did. If you told me the enshrinement sold for 1,800 and still pick, which I'd be like, well, Michkov, obviously. Crazy. Okay.
These next few are great. This next one I think is tough. So group number 6, a 2020-21 Allure Cale Makar Golden Treasure Autos 101, or a 2017-18 The Cup Pavel Bure Limited Logos Patch Auto out of 10. Rob.
I'm going Makar.
Can you tell me when they sold?
June 13th and July 6th. June 13th for the Makar and July 6th for the Bure.
Well, that didn't help any.
Bure.
So you're going to Bure, Louis, and you went with Makar, Phil?
Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah.
Baba Louis is right. There was a $5 difference. The Pavel Bure sold for $2,205 US on July 6th, and the Makar 2,200 flat on June 13th. It's all tied up at 4.
I thought you were going to pick cards that are like thousands apart.
Some are, some aren't.
Oh, okay. All
right.
It's a little cheap on you on the $5 one. Come on.
Oh my God, play the game.
Play the game. Don't hate the
game.
Hate the player, not the game. Number 7. This is a fun one. 2023 Upper Deck CHL Gavin McKenna for Penn State Nittany Lion. Gavin McKenna exclusives out of 100 PSA 10, or a 2024-25. Louis, there's a new one.
What?
Yeah, this one. There was a new image.
Oh, well, I don't have that then.
After a little pause, we're back. Oopsie, my bad. I had a card in there that wasn't paid for, so we had to, hey, we're professional.
We're on the up and up here. We're
professional about some things, but not others, obviously.
Yeah.
Okay, so number 7 is really this 23-24 Upper Deck CHL Gavin McKenna exclusives out of 100 PSA 10, or a 24-25 SP Game Used Macklin Celebrini Draft Day Marks out of 35 patch auto. What sold for more?
Celebrini.
Yeah, I'm going McKenna all day long.
You're going McKenna?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Well, Phil, you're right.
Damn, I know.
Gavin McKenna.
I knew it.
1,021 US on July 2nd versus 850 for the draft day marks for Celebrini on June 27th.
Yeah, that was a no doubter for me. The CHL cards people go crazy for.
I guess. I didn't put that. See, I don't put that in the. I don't buy those things. Like even ours here. What are they?
I do?
Not CHL, but. Oh,
here's the thing about these CHL cards. Gavin McKenna, not this season because he'll be at Penn State. Won't go there. He could score 48 goals in his rookie year, and this card will be worth less money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, nobody listen, and let them not listen. It doesn't matter. Last Thursday, there was the perfect contrast. There was a Connor McDavid Jr.'s card. It sold for like $45, right? It was like some high gloss PSA 10, like one of the best junior cards, like $45. Then you had a not this one, but you had a Gavin McKenna Jr.'s card. It sold for like $1,800. I was like, Do you not see what like you I can fast forward it 10 years in the same auction. Then people are still blowing money. It's crazy.
And I kind of get it. People are excited.
Yes,
They want to participate in the Gavin McKenna.
The delta
thing.
is insane. That's the point. It's not like, oh, okay, I spent an extra $100. No, but buddy, you spent like 1,500 way more. Who cares?
It feels like the Gavin McKenna hype is going to be like kind of. This is just my read right now. Is going to be in between Bedard and Celebrini, like more than Celebrini. But I mean, by this point, Bedard was going bananas, and there's not quite the Gavin McKenna steam.
So what I was going with earlier is maybe I'm in the minority here, but say Gavin McKenna was from here on in an AHL card. I don't think it would matter. CHL must be huge in Canada because maybe, I don't pay any attention to the AHL cards here at all. Not a one.
I think the AHL is different than a development league though, right? So CHL is just Canadian Hockey League. So you got the West Coast League, the Q, the O, E.
Yeah, it's all kids.
It's a different thing. So the AHL, doesn't that have like veterans and established?
Well, it's the minor league. There's 30-year-olds and
yes,
true.
Right. So a development league's a little different. I think people are banking on the chance,
What I loved about this matchup here is, in my humble opinion, these are both incredibly overvalued cards.
Amen.
Yeah.
Neither of them do it.
The people that like the draft day marks really like
it. They like
so
it. Yeah. I understand the chase.
Yeah.
I do. We have 3 left. Phil, you got a 5-4 lead. Very close. Very exciting. Drama.
You sure I'm not 6-4?
No, you got 5-4.
Okay.
I have the pen.
Yeah, I know. Game's rigged against me.
I'm right. A 2023-24 Ultimate Collection Nita Kucherov NHL Shield 101 or a 2023-24 The Cup Willie Nylander NHL Shield 101 Raw. Which one sold for more?
What year is the Cooch?
Both 2023. One's Ultimate and the Cup for Nylander.
Okay. Go ahead, Louis.
I'll just keep going first. That's fine. Willie.
Okay, Louis goes Willie.
I don't see how he wouldn't. I just find it. Yeah, this is okay, but that's Ultimate, and people for Ultimate go crazier than Cup Shield. Yeah, I'm going Kucherov just based on the Ultimate, not the player. Yeah.
Okay, so Phil, you're Kucherov, and Louis Willie.
Sure.
Yeah.
Phil, you're right. Almost double. Almost double.
Yeah. The Ultimate got some, eh?
$2,700 US for the Kucherov, which is a very strong Kucherov sale on June 7th. $1,500 for the Willie Nylander on June 6th. And Louis probably wants to have somebody arrested for the shield placement on that.
Hello, 911. Yeah, there's something really bad going on.
I have to report a crime against the hobby.
Phil's Cooch beat Louis' Willie.
I will never understand it.
So gaping.
It was gross before you went 10 miles.
Yeah, hot dog hallway. I know it's terrible.
I know.
All right, 2 more.
2 left. Well, you feel you got a 2 lead, so you got to pitch a shutout here. Now,
there
because Louis is down, Phil gets to go first both times to give Louis the chance.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
Well, this matters. The hobby wants
the respect of the good listener. I'm not.
I like this next one. So the number 9 is a 2023-24 The Cup Dustin Wolf rookie auto tag out of 4, or a 2021-22 The Cup Patrick Waugh emblems of endorsements patch auto out of 15.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm going Patrick Waugh. I feel like I have to. Nice auto on both, though. That Dustin Wolf auto is really nice.
Good Dustin
Wolf.
I'll
say the Dustin Wolf because some people are so tag crazy.
Yeah, that's true, Louis. I'm sticking with Waugh, though.
Well, you either win or we're done.
You're right. Now, pretty impressive 7-4 lead. The Patrick Waugh sold for $1,705 US on June 26th versus $1,292 for the Dustin Wolf on June 22nd.
That's a good price on
a lot of money.
Yeah, a lot of money. Agreed. The Patrick Waugh is too chunky. It's too chunky not to bring in some.
No, I get it.
Bacon in,
Yeah. But it is abs. I mean, I probably wouldn't even have put him up there if it was a Canadians because
I didn't figure you would. I was reading into that a little bit too. I'm like, God dang it, he put in abs and it's abs. I'm like, ugh, we'll go with the tag.
Great
All right,
comparables, Josh. Great comparables.
last one. We're playing for pride. We're playing for pride. I had a football coach say, "Play for pride. Play for pride, guys." Had to be there. Okay. The two choices are 2021-22 the Cup Jaromir Jagr inked insignias patch auto out of 25, or a 1998 Bowman's Best Eric Lindros atomic refractor out of 100 raw.
Do you want me to go first, Louis?
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Okay, I'm going Big E.
You're going.
You going Big E?
Yeah, I might lose out because some Big Jagger fan, but in general, that Big E card should probably go for more.
Good, but then it inked in. I shouldn't say stupid because I like the Madonna one. Go for stupid money. Some of these big players, though.
Yeah, I know. It could be an outlier. I don't think so.
Well, I'm not just going to agree with you to agree. Well, I'll take the other one. Let's just have fun.
Okay. Louis, you're right.
There you go, buddy.
And by not even that close of an amount, the Jagr
Really?
sold for $900 US on July 1st.
What? To who?
I don't know. We're $550 US on June 9th for the Lindros atomic refractor.
That didn't even go for $1,000.
No, $550.
Ah, collusion.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, there
A
we
little
go.
more respectable points.
Phil, you're the winner.
That was fun.
All right. Did you get? How did I do? I was really nervous about picking. Like, was it too obvious?
No, not at all. That was difficult. I found that. Well, I mean, not that difficult. I got most of them right.
Oh God, here we go.
Yeah.
Well, for a peasant, that would have been
peasant,
probably a challenge. But for a hobby veteran,
like me, the Philip
Marsh
collection.
you know, I found that like 30% challenging.
How did you feel when I got that card, boys? How did you feel when I got it?
I don't know. But was that fun though? Should we do that again?
That
like,
was great, man. I
sure,
loved it.
sometime.
Yeah, it was good.
I like games.
Yeah, games are great. Games are fun. Let's lighten things up. Well, we're always pretty light. We're not pretty serious.
New product releases is brought to you by our friends and partners at Mint Ink. Mint Ink is the gold standard for hobby shops in Canada. They've invested every dollar they can to create the ultimate hobby experience. Not only do they have your back on all the new hockey releases, they are also, I think, Canada's only direct Hops shop and are doing a big partnership with Gary V and V Friends. If you're into that too, I know Johnny at Mint Ink is very excited about that. He's a big fan of the V Friends brand.
What is V Friends? Is that like a Pokemon thing? I know Gary V is. I get it, but what is the product?
I don't know. I mean, it's kind of like
Louis. Do you know?
I don't know how to explain it.
I don't think there's a game to it. I think it's more just like
Is it cards?
Inspirational, positive. I mean, it's very positive. I mean, you know, sometimes like I get accused of this of being too positive, which I understand. But and some people find that maybe over the top. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I have a hard time knocking anything with a good message.
No, well, is it a card? I know, but is it like a
cards.
product? Is it a tangible product?
Yeah, he's
Oh.
developed characters, and I think he's going to create cartoons out of it and a whole. But they're like it's like Modest Mouse or you know Happy Go Lucky Hamster, right?
Okay, cool. That's cute. So it's for kids.
Yeah.
Well, okay, well that's fine. Yeah.
But he's got like some. There's kind of an entrepreneurial slant.
Wow, he's an
too,
opportunist. Let's listen. I have nothing against Gary V.
No. I mean, he is an opportunist.
Where there's fire, he's selling water. Like,
yeah, you're not. What I'm saying is that some of the characters are very are business minded. Like first to market ferret.
Yeah. Okay. Ooh, I like that.
Maybe
you should apply for a job there, Josh. Sounds like you just gave him some good characters.
I have an interview on Thursday.
Yeah, you got the job if you ditch the dead weight there, Phil and Louis. You're like, all right, sold.
Funny that I just had to ditch you, but I
get
can't
out of here
because I love you and we're stuck with each other forever. We're brothers.
Thanks, broskies.
We're brothers. Okay. What was I saying? Oh, so whether you need the latest hockey releases, and who doesn't, if you're listening to this show, or singles, grading services, maybe cash out on a few cards through consignment, memorabilia. They even have Legos. And God knows I love Legos.
Who doesn't?
Mhm.
At 47 years old, nothing would make me happier than like getting like the Death Star, like 5,000 piece Lego set and canceling the show for 2 weeks and just putting it in.
2
And-
weeks. What are
And
you?
a, and a
have no
second
coordination
mortgage
or
to
something?
buy it.
Yeah. Oh, Phil, when you come here, they have at the Mall of America, they have a huge Lego store. It's pretty sweet.
Amazing. You're gonna have to pull me out of there. That's
We're
awesome.
gonna geek out. Okay,
Yeah.
but they have Legos. They do it all and have it all at Mint Inc. And if you're not in the GTA, you can get all the latest hockey releases anywhere in Canada directly from their website at mintinc.ca.
We're coming to America.
Oh, we're gonna copyright. I'm very, very interested today because we're gonna do what we do here. We're gonna take our first peek at 24-25 O-Pee-Chee Platinum sales. It's been a whole week since release, which means we rushed to judgment and make instant reactions. Any predictions, boys? Are you predicting strong sales, weak sales, medium sales?
I think strong sales. I really like the product. Oh, maybe I'd say higher than average, but not super strong. Do we know the answer?
I already know the answer, so
I don't.
Yeah.
I think on the top sale, Phil, for the first time in 3 months, you legitimately might fall out of your chair.
For right now, we're gonna find out right now.
Mhm.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Blew my mind.
I started.
Blew my mind.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
but-
The hobby is surprising me less and less. So let's see what we got.
So, as we go through the list, your job as the good listener is to remember that any and all sales made via eBay have been verified as paid for in TerraPeak. Of course, everyone here has jobs with this show. None are paid, but everyone has jobs. You too, the good listener. So here you go with the top 5 2024-25 O-Pee-Chee Platinum sales to date, along with each individual card's respective top sales. So we're not being repetitive. We have a 3-way tie at number 5. Which has never happened before. First for it all. Not that 3-way. 3-way. Phil's thinking like donuts, cake, and sprinkles, of course, when I say
Yes.
3-way.
Absolutely.
At the first number 5, which sounds kind of weird. Oh boy. Zachary
LaRue. There's no
LaRue.
H. LaRue.
LaRue.
Oh, nice. Oh, easier than I thought. Marquee Rookie Golden Treasures 101 Raw sold for $700 US on July 7th.
Nice.
Never heard of him. Did you guys?
Nope.
No.
It's funny when you do like 20 hours of hockey content a week, and there's a year later, there's a guy you've never heard of. Makes me
Yeah,
feel
I know. Why you can't?
dumb
know
and
it.
inadequate in a lot of ways, but
Yeah, you can't know if it's on your division either. So.
just shows you any golden treasures will go for some good money.
Listen, I had someone trying to. I had a Brady. There's a Brady Kachuk Sportsmanship or what? One of those cards.
Yeah, I don't like those.
Yeah, I know. And I offered $300 for Golden Treasure, and I feel like he got insulted at it. Come on, like.
Do you really want that card though? Can I be honest?
No, I don't. I'm glad he didn't message back. I don't want it. It's not that nice.
I think a very smart move. I'm not saying that Upper Deck can have a 101 for inserts on Platinum, but I think Golden Treasures should only be base set.
Yes,
and
autos.
and
marquee rookies and marquee
do like
which is
black or something like that as a
Mhm.
101 of
Yeah.
inserts, and just keep it separate, please.
Yeah, it's not very treasury when there's a lot of them.
The second number 5 is this Lane Hudson rookie auto cosmic out of 50 raw that of course sold for $700 US by eBay on July 7th. Very pastel-y, the cosmic this year.
Mm-hmm.
You still
I like
like
the
it?
card.
I know
Yeah,
you
I
like cosmic, but this can't be your favorite cosmic design though.
No, of course not. No, but it's up. I'm just scared they're going to get rid of it. So I'm grateful every time they bring it out. Woohoo! You know.
At number 5, again, the third number 5 is another Shimmy Shakes Lane Hudson, this marquee rookie Emerald Surge that we had in our game.
That's crazy.
Sold for $700 US via eBay on July 2nd.
That shows you how Platinum's taking a bit of a hit because the Emerald cards they're very difficult. I'm still stuck on the mid to late 2000 teens, I guess. from
Sweet.
O-Pee-Chee Platinum. These were there's only 10 of them. And this sold for only $700, so 1,000 Canadian. That's crazy to me. Crazy. This kid has a half decent career. This card's like a $2,000 card.
Stick a pin in that for a second.
Mhm.
Just let us get through number 2 first. Number 2 is a Macklin Celebrini marquee rookie, seismic gold out of 50 raw. Sold for $1,250 US on July 6th. I love this photo. Macklin, like, where's my card?
Yeah. This the people don't. This is a great purchase, great value purchase. These cards are gonna, if Upper Deck keeps coming out with great O-Pee-Chee Platinums, these are steals for cards. Steals.
Okay, that brings us to number 1. After 7 entire days, the highest selling 2024 O-Pee-Chee Platinum card is this Lane Hudson rookie auto Emerald Surge that sold for only $5,865 US dollars on July 3rd via eBay best offer.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't fall off my chair, which is good. But that's a healthy that's a healthy big price. Someone really wanted that card.
Yes, they did.
Well, and it makes the 700 paid for the non-auto, I think, a very good buy in comparison. It's almost
so I
8x
stand
less.
I stand by everything I said, but not to this degree. Like, I bought 2 Brady Tkachuk out of 10 autos, emeralds, put the price together, it was less than the non-auto. And I've never seen a second one for sale. That's how rare those cards are. And this 6 large. Wow.
I almost called you, Josh, as I'm putting this slide together, and then I'm looking at the sheet and I'm typing in the price. I all by myself here. I'm like, what?
That's a big card, though.
Holy
That's a big card. But I'm generally staying away from them because I'm very like I have noticed my Brady. I mean, I've had them for like 6 years, but they're not doing so hot. You know, is there like a spray I could put it on and like stick it in? You know what I mean? I'm not.
I heard Secret works great for women.
Yeah, I don't have any of that.
Put some Mod Podge on it or something.
What I will say,
silly putty, just grind it in there.
Yeah. I don't know if it justifies the price, but for a platinum auto, that's a very bold and nice looking. That's about the nicest auto I've seen on a platinum card.
Beautiful card. I mean, beautiful card. Listen, if you're listening and you bought the card, I know we're laughing, but listen, if you're happy, I'm very happy for you. That's just double what I thought. That's all. You know, and that's just, we're donkeys, whatever.
You have to really like this card because I don't think one will ever sell for more than this again. I don't care if he's like wins 4 Norris trophies. It ain't going for that much.
Yeah, it's not a golden treasure, right? Like it's, yeah. Like this card cost pretty much. Well, I mean, I can't compare Tkachuk to Hudson, but you know, I probably
it was the best offer too. So, how fast did that person accept? Yes.
And take the day off of work or 2, right? Like, I don't need to work today. Wow. I love the card, though. I mean, I love the card.
Wow. Off of a $300 box in Canada. So, assuming this was sold, I think it was sold in Canada because a buy it now accepted offer of $58.65 is a little random to be US. That's like a 20x return on your box. You're not going to do better than that probably in a box ever again.
The hobby just birthed a new entrepreneur. I hope the gentleman has a strong emotional intelligence and he knows that it's just a good day, that he no business acumen got him this money, or he's probably going to get a table at the expo. And
so $8,000.
Yeah,
Canadian.
Beaver bucks. $8,000 beaver bucks. It's 2.5 months rent for me, man. It's crazy.
So I'd say very strong out of the gate sales. Again, it's only been a week, so pretty impressed overall.
I like last year too. I'm always looking for cheap prices for last year. Whenever a new set comes out, I'm like when Parker's Champions came out 24-25. Last year's price almost like 30% off right off the bat. It's great.
So
wow.
If you're interested in picking up some boxes, there's still plenty available at minting.ca. Of course, it's $290 Canadian. I had that in my notes. That's not bad at all. So that is about a 20x probably return on this. Is that a Switchblade mustache comb?
You worry about yourself.
For real?
His mustache gets tangled during the show like 3 times.
Yeah.
Oh, we've got comments. People actually like your
Oh yeah,
Your mustaching. Yeah.
Oh, I love my mustache, little caterpillar.
The next release, in case anyone's wondering, is 2425 Credentials. Comes out next Wednesday or this upcoming, a week from now ish. Some interesting things with this set. The checklist is up on hockeychecklist.com, and we'll review it and discuss on Monday's show. Personal pickups.
Oh, I got one.
Personal pickups is brought to you by our good friends at Pather. I had a long talk with Neville Pather today. It was very interesting. He was.
How's he doing?
He's doing awesome. He's
good.
One of the nicest people. I love talking to Neville.
Yeah, it's uncomfortably. He's uncomfortably kind.
Yeah.
Well, and he spent a lot of time with me, which was great, and I very much appreciated it. And he did a lot of education for Josh on the acrylic versus. It's not plastic. You loved your technical terms, right? Because I guess acrylic is a form of plastic. So what most one touches, which are bad, we don't like one touches. No.
Bad.
They are made out of polystyrene, where Pather Ultimate holders are made out of acrylic. And what we've talked about is the clarity is second to none with acrylic versus polystyrene or your typical plastic one touch. And there's so many, like, it's hard to describe all the ways that these acrylic holders are far superior. So the acrylic are much stronger, which makes them less scratch resistant. And I don't know if like you guys have noticed with one touches, and part of the reasons why I've never really like gone knee deep into them is because we stack them typically or put them in a box, and the surfaces rub against each other and they get scratched all get out, and they get cloudy, and you have your beautiful card that now you're trying to like squint to see through it, your crappy plastic holder on it. And so the fact that acrylic is much stronger, it makes it more resistant to scratches, clearer, tougher, does not break as easy. And then what I found is that, so Pather actually adds, like, you make all this stuff like through molds. Like, I'm not going to get into the whole boring stuff, but they put a UV additive into it. So they spend more money to add UV protection for stuff like the autos to their holders. So we're big fans. We're working on, they're going to expand. You know what Neville told me?
Go.
He said, you guys give me a business case to add a 155. He challenged us, and I'll do it.
Yeah.
155.
What do you? We need it.
I said I have to talk to Phil.
I'll take it.
Because Phil's passionate. So
my God, that's what I want. That was my $1 million idea.
I want to see you do a business presentation to like a big corporate guy like Neville. I think that would be.
Dude, I did job
fairs. We got to film that. We got to film that. That would be amazing.
I did job fairs for like 7-8 years when I first started my company. It was the
Phil, Louis, can you imagine Phil with his like clip-on tie in
dude, it was great. It was great. I would dress up all the time, and it was fun. Everybody wanted to come work in.
Again, try these, and if you don't like them, Phil will give you $10,000.
Yeah, okay. The check's in the mail. No, just try. Like it sells itself. If you
kidding.
don't like it because of XY reason, okay, well, whatever. I don't see how if you collect cards, how you wouldn't love them. Okay, how about this? This is how what am I holding here? The Yeti coffee mug?
Yeah.
When I see someone else with a different travel mug, I'm confused. I don't understand what they're doing. There is no mug that is better vacuum sealed and insulated than this. Maybe there is now, but like last year there wasn't. It does not exist. So that's the same with me on these. Why are you buying anything else? There's not one that's more clear. There's not one that doesn't scratch less than this. There's not one with a stronger magnet than this.
Amen,
I don't get it. Amen, brother. I don't get it. So that's why I like partnering up with, because it's the product's not good.
But it's like $3 to try one. So it's a very low kind of test if you want to do it for yourself. They're going to be at the National with a huge booth. So we're going to get to see them there. He's got something new to show us.
Again?
You can't have it, Phil.
Yeah, I'm
probably can't have it.
Wipe it. Yeah, he wouldn't let me.
And they're going to have special pricing, I guess, too. So look forward to that if you're going to be.
Things are happening. Things are
happening. Phil.
Yeah, I'm not going to be buying any cards at the National. I got to load up on these since they'll be there. I'm out. Seriously, I'm out. I don't have any more.
He's out of one.
Okay.
Gotcha.
What do you have to share, Phil, with the group? What do you have to share?
I have a great card. Yeah. My
Ooh.
upper. Oh, Louis, wow, great crop. Yeah, so you can see my hand. I took it very sweaty in the truck at a red light with my seatbelt on. Everybody. So this is a card I bid on Friday. Was it with us?
Yeah, it was on.
Yeah, I got it.
Slab
So
Sharks.
I got it in the mail. I was going to use it for my mail day, but I wanted it to look at it today. So it just came. I got authenticated, and yeah, love the card. And I ripped it out of the clear cut thingy. Ripped the upper deck.
Did he die?
Yeah.
No. Oh no.
Phil,
Come
Philip,
back, Phil.
come back to us, Phil.
Phil, come back.
Rose.
Phil.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Phil's back from poopy internet. What happened, Phil? Yeah. Well, you
I
were
don't
about
know.
to saying that you. Oh, I was going to ask you. So, were you? I know you were very excited when you won the card at auction. When you had it in hand, any buyer's remorse, or were you?
No, none. I might have had a little bit of remorse when I opened it, and I was like, I really like this, and then I remembered how much it cost me just because it was a good deal. Like it was 700 and what was it, 640 or 720, something like that. I'm very happy with the price. I don't love McDavid enough to be spending almost $1,000. So lesson learned. I'm very happy with this card. I love this card. It looks amazing, and my top loader binder will when I take it out. But I think that's it for a little bit on. I'm going to focus on my Crosby, focus on my Sens. I got good enough McDavid's cards, so I don't have buyer's remorse for this card specifically. I do have a little bit of. I'm casting out too big of a net, and I caught this card in that net.
Well,
so I gotta.
Let me ask you this question. So let's
Sure.
say we're at Spring Expo next year.
Yeah.
And he has 63 goals. Is this a card you would consider trading up into more
Yes.
of a PC
Yes.
card at that point?
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely.
So it might not
I
be a
would-
forever fill card. It's
I
more-
don't think this is a forever fill card. This is, when guys are like, I just want to hold on to the card for a bit and I'll trade it next year. I'll turn into that. I never really got that, but I think this card makes me get that. I just love it. I love the blue, the orange, the red, but
You're just naming all the
UD
colors.
canvas from Clear Cut. Okay.
Yeah. Well, he's happy in this photo. That's more rare than the out of 97.
Yeah. Yeah.
Happy McDavid. It's an FPC, a forever fill card, or not? No, it's not an FPC.
No, I already said that. No.
Okay.
It's a permanent trader. And if I die with this card, that's fine too.
Louis, are you still practicing abstinence from buying cards or what?
Well, I still have
Oh, you have such a show.
one,
Show and tell.
2. What?
What? Who?
I have 1, 2, 3, 4 coming that were a while ago, but I don't remember if I showed this one. This one was fairly new. It's a 2012-13 O-Pee-Chee Brodeur Rainbow Foil out of 100.
Nice.
I don't know if I ever showed that one. So
I don't think so. It looks good, man.
yeah, that was a fun one.
Yeah.
That's
Josh,
it.
did you get anything?
Yeah, I did. I got one card. I didn't even remember where I got this.
It's peculiar.
It was a little bit random, but I like Brock Faber, and I've always kind of liked this artifacts design.
Mhm.
I got it on a My Card Post auction, I think pretty cheap. So I snagged
A
her
couple
up.
bucks, I hope.
Yeah, it was like $4, $3.
Yeah, okay, that's good. Yeah, and you put it in an ultimate holder, right? It's good.
Wow.
What is there an auto on the back? Am I missing something? What's going on?
I think cards look better in an ultimate holder. So
Yeah. Okay. Fine.
I'm a brand loyalist.
Well, they do. They look better in these than they do in a flipping top loader. I agree, but
You're probably the only guy that has an artifacts card in an ultimate holder. I'm proud of you, buddy. I'm proud of you. You're strong in what you like, so that's good.
mm-hmm.
Shame.
Oh, on that note,
When you were frozen and gone,
I could only imagine what you two were saying.
how is this show less than 2 hours when our last one was 4 hours? It's like
I don't know. I'm delirious. I don't know. I'm gonna crash so hard after this. Great show, boys.
But we did it.
We did it.
307 in the books. If you like the episode, please leave a rating and review on Apple, Spotify, whatever podcast app you listen to us on. If you love the show, you want to support us, you want to join the movement and see us on the Hockey Cards Gongshow Discord server. Not the
What, the revolution?
Join the revolution.
Who's Napoleon?
It's more the bowel movement I was talking about. What was I saying? Oh, you can support us for. You can be an athletic supporter and support us for $5 a month.
You have all bad takes on everything in hockey.
Be out of $2.99 support level tier on Patreon. Link is in the show description within our Instagram, TikTok profile, on our website, hockeycardsgongshow.com, or go to Patreon's website, patreon.com. Search for Hockey Cards Gong Show. We're on social media. Check us out on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, and YouTube. And boys, the Hockey Cards Gong Show podcast is a production of Dogbox Ventures, LLC. Have an amazing weekend, and we cannot wait to be back with you on Monday. Baba Louie, take us out.
Can't stand you, Penn State. Bye.
Yo, it's the Gong Show. We're dropping the facts. Hockey cards on fire. No holding us back. Josh looking sharp, the face of the scene. Feeling pork chop pants, rocking it clean. Baba Louie in the booth. He's the man with the plan. The best producer in all the land. Gong Show Nation, let's hit the flow. It's the Hockey Cards Gong Show. Let's go, let's go. Wanna say the minute show.
Wayne Gretzky on steroids?